Hi everyone, this is AJ back again, and I'm here to bring you my review for the latest episode of the ORVILLE New Horizons. This is episode 7 of season 3, titled From Unknown Graves. So let's get into it. Okay, episode directed by Seth MacFarlane. Now, I know last week, if you watched, you may have heard me say, I'm not going to get an episode to you, a review to you this week. I'm not going to be able to get one to you because I'm away, I'm not here. Anyway, that's changed, everything changed, all my plans changed. I was meant to be in Gibraltar for a 5-day break, a break that was meant to come 3 years ago, but COVID hit, so we had to delay it. I was meant to go 4 weeks ago, but flights were cancelled. The whole holiday was cancelled 4 weeks in advance, so we moved it to this week now, and lo and behold, again, flight cancelled 11 hours before takeoff. That's what's going on here in the UK with flights. It's a damn travesty. They can't get their act together, the airports. They say it's because of aftermath of COVID and people still being ill. Truth be told, they laid off a lot of people during COVID, and now they can't cope with numbers, and people don't want to come back and work for them, and rightly so. But there we go. That's life. I couldn't get there. I will eventually when all this crap is sorted out. So I was here to watch the ORVILLE and give you good people my thoughts on this episode, as I already mentioned, titled From Unknown Graves. So let's get into it. But before I do, hit the subscribe button, come and join the channel. Not only that, leave me a comment afterwards. Well, I'll put the comment up there. Leave me a comment afterwards on your thoughts on this episode. But also, I will be going into spoiler territory with this review. So if that's not for you, jump out now, go watch the episode, maybe come back, then watch this, and leave me your thoughts down below. Let's get to it. Okay, so this episode, hour and 15 minutes, well, it's about hour and 13 minutes in length. And we start off with this alien race, a couple of kids getting very excited because the father is bringing home something new for the house. And it turns out to be a Kaylon butler, so to speak, a Kaylon servant, a Kaylon that's being brought into the home, and it will do everything. All your cleaning, washing up, cooking, anything you want it to do, it will do. That's not the well. That is part of. There's two primary stories here interlinked. Then we jump to the ORVILLE itself, and the ORVILLE is meeting up with this new alien race to discuss joining the Union. But like Bortus's race, this alien race in reverse doesn't like men. It puts men as a sort of secondary citizen, and everything is run by women. Yeah, so on board the ORVILLE, the crew have to kind of swap roles around to make it appease this alien race, in that all the women are in charge and the men are sort of subservient individuals on the ship, just there for menial tasks and this sort of thing. A little ruse that the ORVILLE trying to do, crew of the ORVILLE, just to sort of get a backdoor in with this alien race and then feed them with the truth later on. We also get a continuation of the relationship between Dr. Claire Finn and Isaac. She's warming up to him again. And, well, Isaac's Isaac, isn't he? He's an android. He's one robot. He's cold to it. But, yeah. Now, these kind of stories are intertwined in a sense. Because we also then have a relationship story that started in the last episode between Lieutenant Teller, Kayali, and, sorry, my throat's going, it's hay fever, and John Lamar. Yes, you saw their relationship begin in the last episode. This is kind of played to a degree for laughs, in that he keeps getting injured every time that they have sexual relations, but he keeps going back for more because obviously he enjoys that so much. But yeah, so this is a development of their relationship, and as the episode goes on, understanding that their relationship can't continue because he gets getting hurt, and it culminates in what I thought was quite an amusing scene that you saw him each time. It's broken bones, but the last time you see him, he's beaten up like he's been in a boxing ring with Mike Tyson for however many rounds his face is all bruised. And that's quite amusing because it's happened during sex, and he's got to go off to the medical bay. But the crux of this story is the Kalon itself. This Kalon that they found on this planet, that is with this scientist, and they brought him back to the ship. And this Kalon itself has got emotions. She's worked on it. She's found it. It was from a crashed Kalon vessel during the battle that we had at the end of the last season, and she's worked on it, and she's given him the ability to have emotions, and he sees the wrong that his race are doing, and this leads to Isaac and Dr. Claire Finn having a discussion about Isaac taking on these emotions. Ultimately, Isaac does, and he experiences emotions for a short amount of time, only to then lose them, but have the choice of having them back or his memory being wiped. Now, I say that these stories are intertwined because you've got the flashback stuff of what happened in a very personal way with the Kalons, the crap that this Kalon goes through, like I said at the beginning of the episode, where you've got this family taking a Kalon in, like they bought it essentially, and this Kalon is this is a flashback to what happened to this race when they were first created and when they became sentient, and you saw the family taking pleasure in hurting him, especially the kids, pain receptors with this button thing, and that they enjoyed it until the Kalons sort of revolted. But like I said, it's done through the eyes of one Kalon in a house. Yeah, I don't know whether that works or not in the sense of the entire series, because would everyone be cruel to, would everyone have been cruel to the Kalons? I don't know. But anyway, that aside, that then sort of mirrors the relationship this alien race has with its, putting its male people essentially in bondage, for want of a better term. I don't mean that in a sexual term, you know what I'm saying, servitude. Yeah. But anyway, so, again, a good episode. I do think hour and 13 minutes is somewhat stretching it for the length of what's needed for these stories. I do feel they are somewhat stretched out, and that's a shame in itself. But it's still a very good episode. It's the writing's very good, the effects are very good, and the storytelling is just, it touches upon things. It does touch upon real issues that are faced, and the consequences of. I'm going to sneeze. Bless me. So in that sense, the writing is really good because, it makes you think. These stories are making you think. They're making you ponder two sides of a situation. And that's just fantastic. So, again, a strong episode from the Orville. There's a nice element of humour within it as well, because I know people are missing that humour. It's not as in your face as what it used to be, but it is certainly there. Anyway, this is AJ. Thank you for watching. Leave me a comment down below on your thoughts on this latest episode of the Orville. And come join the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care all, and goodbye.